This is Killy Koren. A lot of things to read about Killy Koren's exhibit. I'll try to translate it. Maybe it's already in English. Is there one in English? Yes, thank God. Because it's hard to translate simultaneously. So let me try, all right? Okay, I'm going to try.
I like this, Mommy.
I like the smell of paint. Killy Koren, a beautiful weakness. Fascinating, diverse artists, Killy Koren's work are typical by an involving personal language, which accumulates over time into a distinctive style. In her exhibition at the Tel Aviv Artist House, she presents a new series of paintings consisting of two bodies of work, mysterious female figures and landscapes. Together they form a stratified reality which oscillates between the fantastic and the concrete, between legend and private mythology. Hidden in her studio under artificial industrialized lighting, Koren takes us on a personal journey into a world of images that belong to other places, identified but not truly familiar. It is a universe of myths and imaginary landscapes, like painted postcards sent to her from the fairy tale books. The current exhibition is a continuation of her previous journeys on large, colorful canvases where she sailed on the waves of imagination and fantasy, rife with secret and mystery, in a meditative act of painting via ostensibly realistic images. She conveys an abstract experience. Thus, the depicted swan assumes a mystical dimension, a prettified swan adorned with myriad colors, which at the same time represents a freedom of expression devoid of barriers and inhibitions. The same freedom she seeks in her artistic practices, too, a freedom manifested in shattering conventions and daring, and skipping between genres and formulating a personal credo. Koren's previous works featured images of castles, canoes, birds, snow-clad mountains, and water. This repertoire is now supplemented by new images and imaginary situations, figures of mysterious women, sorcerers with crystal balls, Amazons, alongside geographically undefined places, such as waterfalls. You see the mysterious woman, mysterious cat woman, which is this icon. There's the swan again. Oh, I love the swan. It's so beautiful. It's hard to draw swans. I tried to draw swans in Europe, and it's very difficult, the proportions and everything. What else? I lost track here. The foreground of a painting is always populated by a female figure sitting peacefully, whose head is a large flower. Look at the waterfall. Beautiful colors. Whose head is a large flower, like the mirror into the soul of the artist who borrows in her childhood memories as she flees into the unreachable realms of fantasy. It is a conscious escapism which touches upon a borderline existential state between reality and dream, memory and documentation. I wonder if it's her. The new series of paintings attest to Koren's continual quest to decipher the world. It is an international personal voyage into the subconscious, during which she creates fictive situations and weaves fantastical combinations. Word language. This gives rise to a magical, mystical experience underlain by secret. Oh, there's the waterfalls. Interesting. By secret. The mystique is indeed hard to decipher, but it is nevertheless intriguing and stimulating, crying the viewer's profound contemplation. The waterfalls, the road. I love this one. My only criticism is like the paint. It's like, I guess it's on purpose, it's blurred. It takes away the technique she paints, it's sort of blurred. It seems not always in harmony. I don't know, disturbing. Maybe she wants that way. I think you have to stand far, but if you come close, you ask yourself, what was she doing there with the paint? It's like, you have to stand far to get this. See, you stand far, and there's always signs, like roads. It's like a voyage, indeed. You see, like it's like the signs along the way, and the trees. I love the way she does the trees. I love it when people do trees, when you paint trees, not brown, but purple. It's like a dream-like.
I like it, Mommy. I like this tree, but you can't really use them for dogs, can you? It's very imaginative, Mommy.
Sorry, I have to put in my silliness. Cannot take life too seriously. It's very expressive, dark and expressive. Some of them I don't like. I don't like this, because you look at this thing, it's like, it looks like an unfinished painting. It actually smells, actually this is fresh. I can see that it's not dry yet. The smell of paint is here. This is probably a recent one. And it looks unfinished. It looks unfinished and disturbs, because it's like, a cloud is, it's not like surrealism, where everything is so perfect. It's supposed to be a cloud, I suppose, but it's not really a cloud. And the question is, did she want it to be a cloud and she doesn't have the technique? I'm wondering if she has the technique. Sometimes I really do wonder if she wants to do a cloud and she just doesn't know how to do a cloud. I'm always wondering. And her ability to paint figures is not like, She should really stick to expressionism, because like, give you an example, this is really good, but you know, this is good, like the way she's sitting and stuff. But what I didn't like is this. It's like floating in the air. It's weird. It creates like, does she really know how to draw, I wonder sometimes. Does she really know how to paint whatever she wants? I mean, look at the composition. An artist that has a good grasp of anatomy would never draw like this. You see how there's something disharmonious, and I'm wondering if it's because she can't draw. She's not a very good one in sketching, and she's better in painting. And the waterfall doesn't really look like a waterfall because something is missing. I think her technique is not that strong. It's more her colors and imagery. I don't know how old she is, but I think she has a lot to work on. The swan is very strong. She's very good at swans. It's a very good swan. Looks like she paints from photos. That's what my feeling is, and she's not very good in anatomical. It's also my weakness. And not every artist can paint anatomy very well. Like this, it looks like, doesn't work for me really. And you see how it works? Anatomically, it's so weird. It looks not correct. Yeah. Let's see how old she is. I don't know how old she is, but I don't know. That's my criticism. I really don't like this painting. My favorite is the swan. I think she does great swans. This is absolutely my favorite. I think she should stick to swans.
Me too. Animals she draws much better than women.
Maybe she just has an unresolved issue with her image as a woman, because she really doesn't do women like, it's not a very pleasant woman. It's this interesting texture, but it's just like unpleasant. It's a dark woman, and like she seems to have problems with people, and she really likes the swan. You know? She's good at swans and animals, but people, no. This waterfall is okay, the forest is good, but you could see that when she likes something, she's really good at painting it. Maybe it's what I do also from my experience. When I like something, like this is my subject, then I really paint it well. But if I don't like something, I don't know how to paint it. I'm not really getting into it. This one is amazing. It's just really good, and she has this technique. It gives you texture. It looks sort of nice, but she really doesn't know how to do clouds. I don't know, I would say go to art school and learn techniques better, because she doesn't seem to me like she really is a master of techniques. Because to paint a waterfall, maybe she doesn't want it to be looking like a waterfall. Maybe she wants it to be fluid. But part of it is strong. She has, I don't know, it just doesn't look like what is the word, ripe. But I'm definitely appreciating it. And I'm smelling the smell of paint, and it makes me want to paint as well. Definitely inspiring. I like these two images the most. And also we have a bench, and you can lie down and enjoy. I really am very appreciative of the Artists Association for bringing forth these images. Let's just look at one image in depth. You see a swan. I think it's better to look from far. And then you see something coming up. It's sort of like a snake. It's sort of like its mirror image, perhaps. Its reflection, I don't know. Or it could be another swan, but it looks like a snake. It's odd. This kind of paintings make you ask questions. It's the sort of painting I would put in a dentist office or waiting room when you're waiting for a therapist or even a dentist and you need to have distraction, and you just look at the painting and you see all kinds of things going on. At home, I like to have images that are more decisive. I don't like to sit around and wonder, what does this mean? Because I have enough question marks in my life. But it's really good, like in a waiting room of a doctor. I think she will sell a lot of those dentists' offices, because they do make money and they invest in art, at least one. But I don't go to those kind of dentists anymore, because I realize that when they invest in art is what they take from the patients. This I really like because of the colors, because it's earth colors and it's contrasted by the skull colors, and I really like that. The woman images are just disturbing. I don't like them. She seems to have a problem with this. I wouldn't call it mystery. She's irritating. She's like a blurry woman, and the swan is great. It's very expressive. I would call it more expressive than anything. Mysterious, and I really like it. And she likes it too. So thank you for coming on the journey. Peace, light, and love. Please subscribe to my channel.